Hey guys, Viking 82 here, back to show us some more plunder that I've acquired over the last little while. Actually going to show off some music this time. I've actually got quite a bit of music that I need to show off, but yeah, I'm going to knock these out as quickly as I possibly can so I can get caught up so I'm not so behind for the new year. Going to start things off with a couple by the same band, and that is Lone Star, with both of their releases, the self-titled and Firing on All Six. Now, if you are not familiar with Lone Star, they were a hard rock / heavy metal band from Cardiff, Wales that were active between 1975 and 1978. Contained one-time UFO guitarist Paul Chapman in its ranks, which is how I actually ended up discovering this band, because, you know, I'm becoming a really huge fan of UFO, and I like to sometimes check out other projects from various members, and this one kind of caught my eye. Now, the self-titled here, this is their debut full-length album, put out by Epic in 1976. This is a 2011 reissue on Rock Candy, which I really do enjoy this company's reissues. Contains an unreleased BBC sessions tracks as bonus, which is like 5 different tracks 8 through 12 on here. And then Firing on All Six, the second and final full-length from this project, put out by Epic in 1977. Again, this is a 2011 reissue on Rock Candy, and just like the debut, it contains unreleased BBC sessions as bonus tracks. If you love 70s style hard rock and, you know, proto metal, I would definitely recommend checking out Lone Star. Next up, we have Whitford St. Holmes with Reunion. Now, if you're not familiar with this project, which I actually was not until watching one of Scott Waters' 7-inch vinyl videos here not long ago, this was a hard rock band that formed back in 1981 and was formed by Aerosmith guitarist Brad Whitford, who left the band back in 1981 and later rejoined in 84, and also Derek St. Holmes, who is formerly of Ted Nugent. This is the band's second full-length album, originally sold during their 2015 reunion tour, and then officially released back in 2016 by Mailboat Records, containing the debut album as bonus tracks. As you can see, I kind of put it in a little slim case because it came with this little one sheet here. But yeah, this is some really solid stuff. I really enjoy both of these. And of course, being me, I had to track down a copy of the self-titled. So I do now have both albums, original pressings. Very cool stuff. I got this in the mail just yesterday. Sounds fantastic. If you love good, solid, you know, hard rock, and you love Aerosmith, definitely go check out Whitford St. Holmes. Alrighty. Next up, we got some Indiana metal here. This is a band that I actually saw live before their first album came out, and it's actually taken me this long for some stupid reason to actually pick up something from them. But this is Wolf Tooth with Blood and Iron. Love that album cover. And yeah, this is a heavy / doom metal band from Richmond, Indiana. Been around since 2017. This is their third full-length album, put out just last year by Napalm Records. And honestly, if I'd had more chance to spend time with this probably very well could have ended up on my year-end list. But yeah, definitely go check out Wolf Tooth. Next up, did a review of this band's most recent album, and I actually finally picked this up through Night Shift merch during their Black Friday sale. This is Enforced with At the Walls. Of course, Enforced is a thrash metal / crossover band from Richmond, Virginia. Been around since 2016. This is their debut full-length album. Originally put out in 2019 on War Records in a digipack format. This is a reissue they did the same year, which is kind of weird that they reissued it the exact same year. Usually they wait a little while, but yeah, this is a jewel case edition, which I actually much prefer because I love jewel cases more than I do digipacks. But haven't had a chance to listen to this one yet, but if it's anything like their most recent album, it's going to kick ass for sure. Next up, this was kind of a blind buy from Amazon. I was going through the new releases section, which I do pretty much every Friday, and the cover caught my eye and everything, and I couldn't find anything on YouTube from this album, but I did find a song from one of their previous releases. And honestly, this band is hard to find any information on at all. I actually had to scour through Discogs, and I finally found it. But this is Catacomb with Embrace Decay. Sorry, I could not read that font to save my life. But yeah, from what I understand and what I've been able to find, this is basically another project of Roger Johansson, possibly the debut full-length, not real sure. So this is a death metal project out of Sweden. Of course, if you know Roger Johansson, you pretty much know what to expect with that guy. He's got like 1 million projects, and yeah, if you enjoy any of his other ones, I would say you probably dig this one. Next up, Infestment with Evulsion of Mortal Birth. Another one that I think if I'd had more time to spend with this, could have ended up on my year-end list last year. But yeah, this is a death metal band out of Atlanta, Georgia. Not quite sure how long they've been around as a project. This is the debut full-length album out on Maggot Stomp Records just last year. And it actually contains as bonus tracks the Maggots in Your Brain and Human Altar demos. And actually it also has 2 unreleased tracks from the Maggots in Your Brain sessions, which are really cool to listen to. And yeah, I actually have both of those demos on cassette. Both are really fantastic. This is just a nasty sounding death metal. Definitely go check out Infestment. All right. Get my notes all squared away here. Next up, this one did make my year-end list. This is Nephilim Grinder with Spiritual Torment. Of course, this is a brutal death metal band from Houston, Texas. Been around since 2019 and is the project of Marvin Ruiz, guitarist of Stabbing. Stabbing vocalist Bridget Lynch actually was also in this band, handling the vocals on the 2020 demo, which I would love to get a copy of if I ever can, before leaving. And then this is the band's debut full-length album on Unmatched Brutality Records from last year. And here Marvin pretty much takes over everything, sands the drums, and I gotta say he's got some really sick vocals, so definitely go check this out if you love Texas-style brutal death metal. And last, well, actually no, I got a couple more, sorry, not last. Next up, got a pair from Expunged here. We got their latest split release with Cruel Fate. Love that cover art. And then we have a split cassette they did with Immortal Force. Of course, Expunged, death metal band out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Been around since 2019. Their debut full-length album, Into Never Shall. I believe that is the title, if I remember correctly off the top of my head. I made it to my year-end list, but the split here with Immortal Force, yeah, this is a split put out by Night Strike Records just last year. I, of course, wanted it for the Expunged side, but I also wanted to check out Immortal Force, and what I understand, they are a death metal band from Vancouver, BC, Canada. Also been around since 2019, so haven't had a chance to listen to this, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. And then the split here with Cruel Fate. Cruel Fate are a death metal band from Quebec, Canada. Been around since 2015. This was put out by CDN Records. Have had a chance to listen to this one, and sounds absolutely fantastic. Definitely go check this out if you love kind of HM2 inspired death metal. And they also threw in a really cool button there, because I ordered these directly from Expunged. And last, most certainly not least, a project that I was really excited to check out. This is Vaticinal Rites with their self-titled debut EP. And if you're not familiar with them, they are a death metal band from London, England that came out in 2020. As I said, this is their debut EP put out by Redefining Darkness Records in just last year. The CD is actually out on Caligari Records, limited to 500 copies. So really happy I was able to finally get a copy of that. So yeah, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.